How's it going, everyone? It's your boy Scott Evans here to bring you episode 2 of Hunters for Life Monster Quest. It was a pretty good day on the water. It was like a 95-degree day, so any hot day sit on the water is better than sit in the apartment sweating, so I hope you guys enjoy. A lot of you guys who have been following us for a while may or may not know, but it is indeed true. I am legally blind, but I do have enough vision to do everything we want to do outdoors. I think my visual acuity is like 1 or 2 notches above actually being able to legally drive. But I think it's safer for everyone, if I stay off the road. So we do have a truck, have a couple of great chauffeurs. But for most of our fishing, it's more rewarding too, to longboard there, to walk or ride a bike or whatever, get a little bit of exercise before you get out in the water. A lot of you guys have been asking us, that raft's really cool, Scott, where'd you get it? Just asking us a lot of questions about the raft. And honestly, short of a motorboat, I absolutely love it. I mean, we got our start, starting out solo fishing on a kayak, but I have yet to see a kayak that I can fit into a backpack with, all of our tackle, all of our gear, water, a couple beers if we want. But yeah, it's an Alpaca raft. It's a, small mom pop shop. They build them out of their garage out in Colorado. I think the weight of this one's about 5 pounds, and we've got a 4-piece paddle that's about 1.5 pounds. So boat, gear, everything. I usually travel with a lighter backpack, so we're usually rocking right about 10 pounds. And the funny thing is, you'd look at it and you would think, inflatable bath toy and fishing hooks don't match. But the first day I got it, just to try it out, it was early spring up here in Marquette, and there was still, a whole bunch of icebergs on the water. So went out and I was just paddling straight into the side of icebergs as fast as possible. Honestly, almost trying to pop the raft. And had it for about a year now, and I couldn't tell you the amount of fish we've had up to the side of the boat where the hooks popped out and went straight into the raft, or pulled out of a snag and the hook goes straight into the raft. But honestly, short of taking out a buck knife and stabbing it, I don't think you could pop this thing if you tried. But that's enough on the raft. If you guys are interested, it's Alpaca Raft. Tell them Hunters for Life sent you. You won't get a discount. They didn't want to sponsor us, but if enough people buy them, maybe they'll reconsider. So we'll get right into the meat potatoes of the video. We were out in Tourist Park Basin. It's just it's the closest reservoir to Lake Superior on the Dead River. I've been blessed to be in Marquette since 2012, and this was one, the closest spot to fish as a college student living in the dorms. Walk up there, and so that was about 4 years ago now, and the two fish we caught was about a 10-inch smallmouth and about a 3-inch perch. So we were pretty determined to at least try the body of water again, and thought there was enough time for the fish to grow up. And it's a beautiful body of water. There's lots of structure. There's that one big dock to fish underneath where it's super shaded, and we've caught just beautiful fish on every other body of water on the river system. So you would have thought for sure that there would be at least one halfway decent fish hanging around in here. And I'm sure we've all heard the cliche saying, a bad day of fishing is better than a good day at work. And I remember we posted that on one of our Instagram pictures, and some guy commented and was like, "Oh yeah, bad day of fishing is a bad day at work when you're fishing is your work." And I was just like, "Dude, you're crazy. What are you even talking about, man? If you're able to pursue your passion and monetize that and make money doing it, I don't think you should even be complaining." So truthfully, any day to be out in the water and get some sun, soak up the nature. I mean, Marquette is just an ungodly beautiful place. So truthfully, it is so true. Bad day of fishing kicks the heck out of a good day of work, even when hunting and fishing is your life and your lifestyle, and you make your living doing it. I'm going to share with you guys what techniques we were using, what tackle we were throwing. We went out with 3 rods. It was the first time I've ever been out in the pack raft with more than 1 rod, and I always said, you don't need more than 1 rod, but it is definitely convenient when you have a couple tied up with a couple different rigs. So we were throwing my bait caster. I honestly, a couple weeks ago, if you would have told me I would have been a bait caster, I would have laughed at you, but we had our favorite Pike Dreamer spinner on there, throwing that, covering to the top of the water. We had a favorite color Senko worm, wacky style, on a number 2 circle hook. Kind of just, finesse fishing with that. And then we had a white fluke with bullet weight. I think it was a 1/2 ounce or 1/4 ounce bullet weight. I'm not exactly sure, but just bouncing that across the bottom. It seems like, I don't know if this is true for other places, but definitely in northern Michigan, it seems like white is by far the best pike color. And in the Dead River system, there's a lot of pike. So we were pretty optimistic with that bait. A lot of you guys have been showing us a lot of love for the Murica rods, and As a lot of you already know, I'm a diehard Patriot. I found out about my vision at a young age, and before that, I always dreamed to be a Navy SEAL, and then tried to lie my way to the Army, and that didn't work out all too well. So I figured, if I was going to change the world and, be the American patriot that I wanted to be, giving back to society in the nonprofit world and, motivational speaking and book writing that we're doing and stuff like that was the next best option. So if you guys love America and you love fishing, I highly recommend the Murica number 8 rod. Sadly, I bought the last one from the Gander Mountain in Marquette, but I'm sure that you guys can get them online. They're only $40, and I promise I didn't know this when I bought the first one, but perk to the rod is they do have a bottle opener on the butt of the rod. So if you're out there, you got your craft 6-pack. For us, it's two-hearted. We love that stuff, mostly because it's got a fish on it. And I swear to God, if I buy a fish or if I buy a beer with a fish on it, then obviously makes you a better fisherman. But if you don't have a bottle opener, you can use your fishing pole. It's a pretty cool party trick. So definitely highly recommend the Murica rod. It is for sure Hunters for Life approved. And honestly, I was kind of shocked that we didn't catch a fish. I mean, there was so much just beautiful flooded timber and beautiful weed edges and stumps and rock walls, and we were even able to find the old river channel out. Just textbook, beautiful fishing terrain. And we had a few little hits. I swear to God, they were either minnow, smallmouth, or little perch, or just not even anything worth trying to reel in. But thanks for the fishing being slow. We were able to take a quick little break, and we were able to record episode 5 of our Q&A on the water. First time out with our other camera in the boat, so we were lucky to not drop in the water. We want to take a moment to say we appreciate each and every one of you guys for your great questions. If you have any hunting, fishing, life questions, we're great at social media. So if you have any questions about social media, just leave them in a comment. We'll answer them. We'll give you a shout out if you guys want it. You can be anonymous if you want, but whatever. The more questions you ask, the more videos we can do. So with that, we love you all for the questions. I think the second worst part, aside from the fishing being slow and it being 1,000 degrees without sunscreen, was just the insane amount of waterfall that we saw out there. And for those of you who think geese and ducks are stupid because they poop all over, everywhere we don't want them to poop and you walk in it, those birds are some of the most intelligent animals you can hunt because they know exactly where to go where you can't shoot them. And I mean, if anybody was allowed to go into this body of water and hunt, you could truthfully probably shoot a limit in like 20 minutes, no joke. There was just an insane amount of birds out there. And as you guys can see, the most excitement we got all day was reeling in a stick. Biggest catch of the day. So it turned into more of an exploratory mission. You paddled up the river quite a bit and we tried fishing up the river, we tried fishing in the channel, we tried fishing by the dam, under the dock, by the stumps, by the rocks, by the logs, just by everything. And it could have been, wrong time, wrong baits, but all in all, any day when you're out paddling and you don't catch anything, as opposed to, going out and burning gas and not catching anything, is a great day in my eyes, because at least you get a little bit of a workout. But on a brighter note, we're getting ready for a week-long fishing vacation. We're going to be down on Mullet Lake, Lake Leelanau, and a few other small lakes in the area. So this is our personal promise that episode 3 of Monster Quest will at least have some monster largemouth and smallmouth. If not, hopefully maybe even some walleyes. Hopefully, I would be okay with catching my 40-inch pike below the bridge, even though I wanted to catch in the Upper Peninsula. But I mean, I've never caught a 40-inch pike, so wherever I catch it is going to be rewarding. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed our coverage of the Tourist Park Basin. Sadly, I would not recommend it as a travel to fishing destination, but if you're in the area and you just want to go out for a quick paddle, it is by far a beautiful body of water. I mean, only a few houses on it, and they're all tucked back in the woods. There's tons of waterfall, sandhill cranes, just a beautiful place. Before the video ends, we just want to take a moment to say how much we sincerely appreciate each and every one of you for supporting us and watching what we're doing. Without you guys, we wouldn't have been able to do all the good we've done so far in the world, and we for sure would not be able to do all the good that we have planned to do in the future. So as always, guys, this is Hunters for Life Vice President Scott Evans here. Thank you for watching episode 2 of Monster Quest. I promise you guys episode 3 will have some nice fish in it. We'll be out in some new bodies of water. We greatly appreciate you guys watching, and would love to see you on any of our other social media channels. Happy adventures, everyone. Much love.